Hello, everybody, and welcome to Intimacy with the World podcast. I am Dorita Holm, your host on this show. And today I am so happy to present to you my guest, Cristina Quijera. She's Spanish, she's a friend, she's a teacher, and she is a wise woman. And what she mainly teaches these days is all things to do with embodiment and to really inhabit your body. And she will tell us more about her background as a dancer and all these things. So welcome, Cristina. I am so happy to see you.
Thank you, Dorita. How are you? I'm really happy to be here.
Good. So, Cristina, how about you tell us a little bit about who you are?
What a question.
I know where to start. No, I know that you, for example, you're not. Although you are Spanish, your parents are Spanish. You actually lived in France. You're in your first
Yeah,
year.
I was born in France, in Paris, because my parents emigrate to France. They are Spanish from the Basque Country, and in 1963, I just wrote about this because well, in my blog these days, so it's really fresh for me. My mother went to Paris in 63 during the military service of my father.
Mhm.
They were really young, and she went there and, arrived to Paris in 1963. When you come from a little village in the Basque Country, it was really a revolution and also a really opening mind. And so, yeah, she just said to my father, let's go to France.
Yeah.
And so I was born there. And when I was 15, we came back to Bilbao, where I have my last studies, my career. I start my career as dance student. Then I went to Barcelona. Then I went to Amsterdam, and in when I was 35, I moved to Granada, where I meet you, um, and yeah, it was the place where I choose to grow my children. To grow, you say, to
Yeah.
raise my
To
children,
raise. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
raise my children. And now I'm in Alicante, so I'm like my friends say, I'm a little bit nomad
Yes.
woman. Yeah,
Yeah.
but my background and my actual also work is about the body. Before it was as a dancer, choreographer, and teacher. But I always had this feeling with my body, this sense of the body as something really important in life, in my life, that gives me a lot of key about this wisdom, the wisdom that I think that everybody come here in this life with a certain wisdom, okay? And I think that for me, I'm quite sure that for me, it was about traveling with around this body. What is the body? What is body consciousness? And yeah, and I'm here right now with this project of giving to the people these tools I have to connect with a different body that we know. We think body has a material, as something really also like different as us. It's like I always say, we say my body. We don't say I as a body. We say I as a thought, as a mind, or as an emotional person. But as a body, we say my body. And for me, it's really important to consider our body as part of this self, we are, of this
Yeah, this
energy.
conglomerate that we are.
Yeah, this system, let's say this system, because we are a system. As nature, as all as is a system, we are also a system: mind, body, emotion.
Mm.
Yeah.
And why do you think that it's so important for us to uh, give that importance to the body as well? How is that going to help us?
Because, as I say, it's us. The body is us. So I think, uh, well, all the thing that we think, okay, come to the become material, come in the body.
Yeah,
Every thought, every emotion has a response in the body.
yeah,
So, but it's also in the other way.
yeah.
All what we have in the body, all what we um, make
Experience in the body.
action, yeah, experiment in the body is also a kind of emotion and a kind of thought
Yeah, and a kind of mind.
and a kind of mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
So as this system that we can start working with the mind, we can start working with the emotion, or we can start working with the body,
yeah.
and we will go. The thing is that the system rules, the
Yeah, it
system.
goes round and round and it's all interconnected.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can
it.
start wherever. Some people start in the mind, some people start in the emotions, or some people start to work with themselves in the body, but it will all go to the same place.
Yeah, that's it. And also something that I want to share with you when I was thinking about this interview. When I start with my spiritual pathway, I start to investigate a little bit more in the sacred feminine. Okay,
The sacred feminine. Yeah,
the part of a spirituality that comes more from the feminine and from the woman also.
yeah,
And what I find is that a lot of spiritual uh, exercise, let's say, or
yeah,
practices
yeah,
come from the body. In sacred feminine, we work a lot with dance, with music, with some kind of practices that is moving the body. All this trance stuff, all this stuff that come from the feminine, the sacred feminine, are really in the body, working with the body. And the but the spiritual pathway that we know more, it's more in the divine masculine. That it's good. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that it's not good, but if it's just the masculine part, we are more in the mind, that it's masculine, the mind and all this stuff, and we are not in the ground,
yeah,
in the body. So for me, it was really, really interesting uh, to find this. For me, it makes a lot of sense for me, for my personal pathway, to really find that working with the body is really spiritual. It's a really spiritual work. Hmm.
yeah. And also, if we leave the body out, we cannot come into wholeness because
That's it. Yeah.
we are leaving something out, and we are leaving a very important thing out, as you say, just the thought about the grounding and the earth, and which are like our larger body, the earth. If we don't even have a relationship to our own body, how are we going to have a relationship to the earth,
Yeah.
and actually everything that's happening today with the devastation of the planet is.
That's it. Yeah. A lot of feminists feminism that look to the spirituality, talk about this, talk about how when you cut something that so important, like the sacred feminine, you cut from the spirituality, uh, you are cutting something really important, that it's this connection with the earth.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's really simple what I'm going to say, but it's like the mind, the masculine, the mind is more the the
Yeah, the upward current, the
I,
transcendent
no?
current.
Yeah, but we have also to we are body, we are incarnation, we are embodiment. So we are here with this energy condensed in some way, in this human way, for something. And I think it's really
Yeah.
really important and really interesting, and so for me it's so makes me really learn about a lot
Yeah.
about me, about life.
Yeah. So how do you work? How would you work with someone if somebody come? Because we are. It's true what you say. Like if you have a problems or with your feelings or with your mind, or you have a depression or you're very confused or something, you go to a psychologist.
Yeah.
That's what we do, right? So
Mhm.
how would you work with somebody? Let's say a woman in her who's just turning 50 or something, and the kids are moving away and her hormones are changing, and she's like, where is my place in the world now?
Yeah.
How would you work with a person like that who can't really find their place? Where is my place now as a woman, that the children have gone away, and I'm here and I'm looking for something. I'm not satisfied.
Well, the first thing I will work is the first chakra in
Mhm.
the root chakra, because this is the chakra that give people earth connection,
Yeah.
ground connection. So I will ground her, like
Right.
say, work a lot with with the feet,
Hmm.
with the legs, and with the pelvis.
Hmm.
So uh, to make her really feel this weight and this connection and this yeah, the roots.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why
this
is that? Why is that important?
well, because it's the first when you are lost in your mind and you don't know where you have to go, and you don't know where how your life is, and what
Yes.
uh, the
Yes.
thing that what is happening is that you don't have roots in yourself. Your roots are, you know
Lost.
lost. So the first thing is reconnect. They are not lost because they are always here,
Yeah.
but as your mind that really do the work, because there's a work of the mind, reconnecting with the body, and observing, and noticing this energy coming from the ground, and starting to sparkling in
Uh-huh. Starting
the
to come alive.
yeah, just in the edge of the pelvis, in the pelvic floor, you will notice all this energy, and this automatically will give you more sense of what you are, where you are, what do you want, what do you need. Okay,
Yeah.
because all this thing with the chakra, okay, with this energetic age we have access, give a lot of information about different works we humans have to do during
Yeah.
the life.
Different aspects of our being.
Yeah, That's it.
Yeah. And
And the,
how would you work with if I came to you, how would you work with that first chakra, the pelvis and the legs and the feet? What would you tell me to do?
I will tell you, first, I will ask you to give a lot of importance in the daily life to your feet,
Mhm.
the way you walk, the way you just stand. If you are using your 2 feet or just one to stand,
Mhm.
I will ask you to give you massage. I
Massage.
will
Uh-huh.
massage. I will ask you to walk barefoot. Also, I will ask you really, really simple things,
Mhm.
but that will give you a lot. Okay, and then I will teach you some exercises that can despertar,
Wake up.
wake up your first chakra,
Yeah.
okay? As meditation, um, things that also, well, yeah, some body meditation. Let's talk about
Yeah.
body meditation, so that you can give, the order in some way,
You can give the order from your mind to the
yeah,
body.
to the body to make certain things, but really subtle, mm, really quiet, but really powerful also.
Yeah. So
I will ask
using your
you
so
to
using
dance.
say that again and ask you to dance.
I will ask you to dance as a African, woman, really in the roots, to feeling a lot. Yeah, yeah,
I want to do that every day.
yeah. You should. It's really
Yes.
good.
Yeah, I one thing because when I teach meditation, I always start with a new group doing the body scan, and often people actually don't. There are many parts of the body when I ask them, for example, sense your hips. They don't feel anything, or the legs. They
Yeah.
can't feel the legs and the hips from the inside.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it for me it's really weird, because I'm dancing and doing stuff with my body and sports and stuff from, I mean, since the day I was born. So it's really difficult for me when people told me, yeah, they cannot feel the hip or the legs. But it's true. This happens sometimes. Mm, well, I think it's just practice.
Mm, yeah,
It will come. It will
yeah,
come. Yeah.
yeah.
We have to be patient.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to be patient. And also what you say about practice. If you want to get good at something, you have to practice. And if you've never done it before in your life, it's normal that you
Yeah.
do not.
Yeah. 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 But it's true that we live in a society, and we have a way of life of living that it's really disconnected from the body. So we can be sitting and ignoring where are my shoulders, or where are, if, yeah, if I'm in the age or in or not, if where are my feet. We are totally disconnected during our lifetime,
Mm-hmm.
normally,
Yeah,
in
during our
daily life.
normal daily day-to-day life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we
So
just
when you
feel the
talk
body.
about, for example, when you talk about feeling the axis, the central axis in your body, and you said before that just we can work with our mind and to solve if we have a problem or a personal problem or something, we can also work with the body. So are you saying that if I get better at sensing my central axis in my body, if I get better at really noting and feeling and knowing the weight of my body, the pelvis and the feet, are you saying that if I can center myself in my body through the central axis in my body, that then my mind will also become more centered? Is that your
Mhm.
experience?
Yeah. Yes. Totally yes. Yes. I mean, it's all about experience. It's really difficult, to explain this, because it's really about going through the experience, but you will notice it if you are more in your body, if you are not more, like and at the beginning perhaps you have to begin with just taking some believings, even you don't believe or you don't know, and make it, just make it,
Or
when I was
just do it even if you don't
just
really
doing
believe
it.
in it.
Yeah. I was teaching a teenagers group some years ago, and I was really amazed when I start with body consciousness with them. It was not about body consciousness, the workshop I was giving, but I one day I said I will give them like every day like 4 hours together. So every day, like half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour before beginning, I decided to make some body consciousness. So the first day I said to them, okay, just stand up and just imagine that no, I don't say imagine, I say everyone, we have an axis that come really from really high
Yeah.
and go really deep in the earth, and atravesar, like
Yeah, and it goes through
go through
our
the
head.
body, enter in the head, and go and from the pelvic floor to the ground, and just try to sense this
Yes.
going up and down, you know. And then we have a little conversation, and everyone really noticed something,
Yeah.
and really like something was waking up
Yeah.
for them. It was like coming, uh, bringing them uh, old idea, old wisdom idea
From
that they
their
knew,
ancestors.
but they had forgot. When we say we have forgot, we forgot where what we come when we come here. We forgot a lot of things.
Yes.
I think that this wisdom of the body, a lot of people forget.
Yes. And
But
also, when we don't have language for it, when we don't speak about it, what
yeah,
we don't have language for actually doesn't really exist until we bring it back. Whereas
that's
our ancestors, they might have had language for that.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
this brings up for me an interesting question. You said that though they were teenagers. Do
Mhm.
you, in your experience, do teenagers or children, do they have more easy access to remembering, to feeling that, to sensing that, than adults who have spent longer time away from their body?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But I also think that it's, I don't know, perhaps an adult that has been, working really close to the nature during
Yeah.
all his life. Perhaps he hasn't or she hasn't uh, the idea, the concept, but they experiment a little bit this. So if I talk with him about this, they will find it. And perhaps a teenager that is 16 that never had, nothing, and he's with the mobile and so disconnect that perhaps it will. So it depends. It
Yeah,
depends.
of course, it's individual, yes.
But most of the time, yeah, for children, take children for years old, and it's really, I mean, you can notice in the body of the children that they are more alive, you know. And it's not about just about eyes of that. It's also about eyes, about how they listen and they talk and they express. But it's also, you know, how they are in the body. They are really open and they want, you know, to investigate and to
Ah,
move, and
yeah.
and they go uh, they let moving because the adults, we are always saying stop moving, don't move, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
be quiet, whatever. But we are really,
Yeah, I'd never thought about that because actually, children until, quite a high age, then all of a sudden they're lying down on the floor and they're rolling around and they're doing strange movements with their arms and, like they move in, whereas we move in very predictable patterns. We always do the same. We walk straight like this, we chop in the kitchen. We don't do strange movements just for the heck of it.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it's a pity because I mean we have to do strange movements or whatever come, you know, because it's a way to liberate the
Yeah.
tensions and all this energy that doesn't flow. It's about this. It's about because there's some movement that are not done,
Mm.
you know.
So you're saying that if we don't move our body in these more sensual ways in a way or strange ways, that energy will get stuck in the body?
Yes, totally. Again, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to move. Yes, I mean the energy, the energy is always moving, okay? But it's true that, the body is always moving.
Yeah.
Even we don't notice, it's
Yeah.
always moving. The blood is, you know, running. We are
We are
breathing.
breathing.
We are digesting. There's a lot of things going on that is just movement. You know, it's just movement inside. No? But it's true that with the kind of education we had, we start to, when you say to a children be quiet, you
Yeah.
know, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and in one moment to to stop this flow of energy, you
Yes.
have to block
Mm.
with the body, with the muscles,
Yeah.
and you have to make, you know, a contraction, really big contraction, that this block or do that, does that the energy doesn't flow
Yes.
so
So
mm,
easily.
so easily,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
And this after some years when you become adults can be a pain, you know, ache in the, you know, in the hips or in your neck,
Mhm.
or in your jaw also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you know,
Tension in the jaws.
tension, yeah, tension that are because uh, in a way we are doing this tension. We are in consciousness.
Yeah.
We are saying no to this energy
Yeah.
because someone told us that we had to beware
Yeah. And be quiet and stop
and
moving
be quiet
and don't
and
do
whatever.
that and sit
I
still.
mean, I don't want I don't want to say that we have to let the children do everything they want to do. I mean, they need limits.
Yeah.
It's no, it's sure. But I think that there's a lot of the process of growing that is interrupted by the adults
Yeah.
that think that they know about the progress, the process of growing. At, and there's no need to interact there, you know.
Yeah.
Process of growing the body and the movement is something that everyone had.
Yeah. So how about practices like yoga, which is very, very popular today? Is that something that helps to release some of these blockages, even if we don't know about them?
Yes, for sure. But also, I think that we, you know, we are really in the now it's yoga, tomorrow it be Pilates, and after it will be Qigong, and after it will be, you know, I don't know what, even therapy. And I think everything is okay, but I think also there's a lot of commercial there, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of so I will ask when I work with people, the first thing I start is really asking, what is your preference? What when you think of moving the body, you know, of working with the body,
Uh-huh.
or doing something with your body, what do you like? And there's people that like yoga and really enjoy yoga. And there are people that are doing yoga and
Yeah.
hate yoga. They don't want yoga. They want to go running in the forest, you know, or going to, you know, climb mountains. So I said, yeah, but perhaps your natural way, your way to live your body and to be in consonance, you say, like
Or resonance.
resonance, yeah, with your deep body.
Yeah.
It's this, it's not yoga, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that it's individual for everyone. And
It's really individual. I mean, I don't want to say that yoga is I do yoga sometimes. Sometimes I do yoga and sometimes I don't do yoga, because sometimes I notice that my body doesn't want. I mean, my body. I don't want to do yoga. You know, I need something different.
yeah.
I perhaps need, you know, running, go running, or swimming, or dancing.
Yeah. But does when you ask that question to people, uh, do people always know, or do
No,
they? Yeah, that's interesting.
no. There's sometimes that people have no idea that what is the preference with movement, you know,
Mm.
because some people has never they never did this question.
Yeah.
They never to themselves, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you what do you want to do, you know, with your body? When you think of the body, what do you want to do, you know? And yeah.
Yeah.
But in a way, I was thinking just a woman that I had some month ago, and she was really sincere. I really like the answer. She said, "Making love," and I said, "Yeah, why not?"
That's wonderful. That has to be very, very healing, I think.
Yeah, for sure. If it's good love, yeah,
Yeah. But if you like it, it's because it's going to be good love.
yeah, for sure, yeah. And you know, I think it's really about when you inhabit the body, when you take sometimes to just think about this part of you, and ask to also ask to this part,
Yeah.
what what do you want, you know, what
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, when I teach meditation, I use the body a lot. And one of my favorite sentences is, can you rest your mind? Just rest your mind in the sensations inside your hands, for example. And
Mm-hmm.
or just rest your mind on the sensations that your breath is producing in your chest or whatever. And it's like, if you can move your conscious mind, your attention, if you put your attention on the body instead of having it in our mind all the time, it's so peaceful when you go into the body. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, can I just rest my busy,
Yeah.
busy, busy mind inside the
Yeah.
sensations of my hands? And it's like, oh, a little pause from this story making mind that's just going crazy all the time.
That's it. Yeah. Well, I was looking to you and to your gesture, and I did the same. Okay, so I do the same a lot of time. But when we are talking about mind, we direction you with the
We point
finger.
to the head.
We point to the head. Okay. So as the mind is in the head, okay, and the body is after the
Put the
neck.
head down.
Yeah, the neck, and this is the body, okay? But this, the head, his body also.
Yes.
And what you are pointing is the brain, that
Yeah.
it's kind of the computer of the body,
Yeah.
a part of the body that is the computer. And let's say that the mind, it's everywhere in the
Yes.
body.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah, the mind, body mind. For me it's the something that I want to share, that we cannot separate body and the mind out together.
Yeah.
So, and what we are pointing is the brain, and the brain has the ability to uh, as you say, to uh,
To think and to get lost in thinking.
yeah, this for what also, but as you said, to concentrate and to say, okay, let's go to see what happened in the hand.
Yeah. The attention, to put the
Yeah,
attention in a certain
yeah,
place. Yes.
yeah. So this is really beautiful when the brain come to be kind of servant
Servant. Yes.
servant of the rest of the body, you know, and no like the boss that is very authoritarian also and saying, this has to be like this and like this, like this.
Yeah.
Just the brain, just being part of the body. The first thing for
Yeah.
me, one of the meditation, the first meditation I used to do with my practices is open the brain, because the brain uh, with this uh, thousands of ideas and thoughts and problems that we are processing every day in 1 minute. I don't know how many thoughts can come the brain, but a lot. At the end, the brain tend to be contract,
Yeah. So the
because
brain as an organ becomes contracted.
yeah, because the stress is everywhere.
Yeah.
So the stress contract your shoulder, contract your hands, contract your jaw, but also contract your brain.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah, just the this idea, the same thing you do with the muscle,
Mhm.
like to relax, to release a muscle, just release your brain
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. Just make this idea come,
Yeah.
I release my brain, I release my brain. And I notice as the skin of my scalp come, more
More loose.
loose, like the flow of the blood also,
Yeah.
coming to the brain, and all this stuff. We we just we think, you know, of this part of the body like, I don't know, like something empty, and but no, it's body, and it's he has blood, he needs blood, he needs air, he needs
Yeah.
release, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. The concept of release I find very interesting.
Yeah.
The Yeah, and also what you're saying, that even the brain needs its release, and it doesn't only need the release by saying, okay, put your attention into your hands so the brain can relax a bit, but to actually physically release the brain, to work with the brain. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I really love this word in English, release,
Yeah.
because I in Spanish we don't have, we have relajar, that it's more like to relax.
Yeah.
But for me, relax invite, it's a word that invite more to let go.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And release for me has something that it's not letting, it's letting go, but it's more about, I mean, I don't know, it's me, no?
Yeah.
But for me, releasing, it's more opening, it's something smoothy, it's something, you know, like
More alive and more
more alive, more with the breath or so, something, you know, that give you, you know,
more organic.
more organic, yeah, more. It's like letting uh, the breath, the air, the
Yeah.
blood, the
Find its
energy,
trajectory.
yeah, the energy have his way, his pathway, you know, and it give space, you know, release for me, give space.
Yeah, that is very interesting. And I agree with you. It's a much more, also, I actually find the concept of letting go, I find it quite problematic, actually. And I always say this in my classes because it's like people ask me something, and you say, well, just let it go. How? I mean, letting go is such a huge thing. I mean, if it was that easy, it's one of the most difficult things in a human life to let go. It's not something you can give yourself an order and just say let go. It's not going to happen like that. It's
No.
about preparing the territory so that the territory is so well prepared that it just happens, the letting go.
Yeah, I think that to let go, you have to be really confident.
Yes, and you have to feel very safe.
You have to feel really safe. That's it. You have to really be feel secure,
Yeah.
because how can you let it go if you're not secure?
Yeah.
And if you are saying to someone that come with the problem, you know, I don't know, I've lost my work, I have lost my wife, whatever, and let it go. It doesn't.
No.
I mean, I mean, no, you cannot say this to
No.
someone that is as having so much trouble.
Yeah, and pain.
So first, you have to feel, to make them feel confident, secure,
Yeah.
and that's come to the beginning when you were asking for this woman. You know, you have to be rooted. You
Yeah.
have to have root. You have to feel your body. You have to, you know, to feel your structure.
Yeah, and you have to have a broad base where you can feel that you can rest safely, which that
Yeah,
grounding, and I can rest in my body. I can trust my body
yeah,
to
yeah,
hold me. No, you need to be held if you're going to be able to let go.
yeah. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really interesting, this thing of letting go. I'm working a lot with me, with myself right now, with surrender. This thing about surrender, about just letting go with so much, yeah, faith, and so that it will go. You know,
It'll be
everything will
okay.
happen. It will be okay. But my God, for me, it has been a lot of work, because I'm really control woman. I need control. I need, I need to be in control, and I really need to know what is going to happen and to analyze of the stuff, and and yeah, but I don't know if it's perhaps the my age. I'm getting older, that gives me this new gift, about surrender.
Yeah.
Surrender. Yeah.
Yeah, that is absolutely. There's so much wisdom in surrender, and it's just like letting go.
Mm.
It's difficult to do, but I also think it's interesting what you say, that we need to practice these things. Like if we just have the thought every day, I need to surrender, but we don't do some kind of practice, nothing's going to change.
Nothing is going to change. No. Yeah, it's like meditation. I mean, you have to work every day a little bit to be connected with this thing. If But it's the same thing with I don't know, if you want to cook. If you don't practice every day, your cooking will be bad, you know, always. But if every day you try a little bit more, you try a little bit more, you change this ingredient, you take this one, you listen to someone, the recipe, whatever, you will grow. And this is the same.
Yeah.
This is
So
the
how
same.
do you then now I also know that I know that you lost your brother not so long ago. It's only a few months ago. So I understand what you say, that you need to surrender because you don't know what's going to happen, and so on. But how do you work with surrender in yourself?
I want to share something that happened with my brother, because I think he has a lot to do with this, with what we are talking about. Um, the day he died,
The day you died.
I was the day he died, like the 30th of January. I was at home with my daughter. We were in the living room, and I had like 3 days of a lot of, I was really like anxious. I was feeling really, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I was like, everything is okay. Why do I feel all this stuff? And so we were in the living room. My daughter was reading a book, and I was listening to music, and a song come, in my playlist that I like a lot, and I was, and I start to feel in this part of the body,
In the chest.
in the chest, like an opening. Something was like, I was just, it was like all the energy was sparkling, and like, wow, and I was feeling so happy. And I said, oh my God, all this anxiousness is going. Oh, I feel so secure. I feel so good. Oh, this is, and I thought, this is love.
Yeah.
I thought, this is love. Okay, 5 minutes after, they called me to tell me that my brother was had passed. So for me, it's quite true. For me, it's quite true. It was him coming and say, take this, just, like, take this moment and be here
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
just
that
take
this is
it.
the only thing that really, really matters, is this feeling that you feel of sparkling and aliveness, of love in your
Yeah,
body.
yeah, yeah.
A
And
message.
yeah, and I quite sure that I received this message because I was really aware. I was prepared in my body to receive it.
Yeah. Because not everybody is going to be able to even feel it.
Yeah, but this doesn't mean that I'm special. I really think that everybody can have these feelings and this intuition and this connection with with the energy if we practice.
Yes, I
We pra-
totally agree because we all have the capabilities, but maybe they're not awake or alive in us.
yeah, yeah. But we have it. I'm quite sure we have it.
Mm. So how do you then work with surrender now? How do you, when you say, Christina, when you start to get anxious and you start to think about, how do you say, Christina, you need to surrender? What do you do?
Well, I think the surrender has a lot of thing. Has a lot. I mean, uh, we have this axis of chakras. Well, in yoga they call it the chakras or the energetic centers, whatever. Uh, and for me, surrender has a lot of to do with the part of the chest.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the chest, you cannot open the chest if the three centers, the root, the sexual center, and the power center in the plexus are not uh,
Open.
uh, open. It's difficult to open this one. So the first thing will be start to the lower center, the three lower center are more with the material,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and the three that is higher,
The higher centers, yeah, from the chest and the throat and then the
the
head.
chest, the neck,
Yeah.
the pineal, okay, and the corona are more spiritual, and this one
The
is
one in the middle, the chest one.
yeah is the cross, is where you unify the spirituality and the body that you are,
Yeah.
okay? And when this unify here, you can feel the surrender.
Yeah. So when you unify the more spiritual centers from the chest up and the really bodily centers from the bottom and they meet in the center, and when you unify them, then that is surrender.
I think so.
Ah.
It's my point of view. I mean, it's my point of view. It's not, mm,
No, but it's also your
no,
experience.
it's my experience. But I think, yeah, for me, it's this, and makes a lot of sense also in um, the Christianism, the cross,
Yeah.
the cross.
Yeah.
It's about this. It's the cross. It's the age here, and
The axis
uh,
there and the, yeah.
and the chest with the arms and the hands that come from the heart.
The
You
heart.
know,
Yeah.
the hands and all the stuff we do with the arms has to come from the heart.
Mm.
So yeah,
Like embracing
embracing. Yeah, yeah.
is the arms coming out from the heart to
The
embrace.
work also you do, the things you do when you do it with your heart,
Yeah.
they are totally different when you use your hands, whatever,
Yeah.
it's really totally different.
Yeah. Like with if you're cooking with your hands, but you're cooking with your whole heart, right? For example.
That's it. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Or creating something,
yeah,
drawing something. If you're doing it really with your heart present, it's going to be different than if you draw it without connection
yeah,
to the heart. Yeah.
yeah. So yes, I mean, I have this workshop that gives like seven practices to embody the whole body,
The whole
like
body.
start with the brain, then start with this idea that also I use a lot, that let go the the strength or the force
Effort.
or
Effort.
the effort. Yeah,
Let go of the effort.
it's more about let go what you think is strength for you, it's
Yeah.
what do you because when we think about strength we think about effort,
Mm.
but strength doesn't need effort.
Mm.
The 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 true strength, the strength that comes from this energy flowing, doesn't need effort,
No.
you know
Yeah.
uh, nature, Mother Nature doesn't do effort.
No.
Just, just, but it has a lot of strength and a lot of
Yeah.
force, a lot of, you
Yeah.
know,
And
and
flexibility
flexibility.
is
Yeah,
much stronger than
yeah,
something that is not flexible. The trees are bending in the wind. They
yeah.
are much stronger than a tree that doesn't bend.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm.
Then also the third practice is about the skeleton also, because the skeleton is the structure we have. If you need, when we were about talking about security also and to feel secure, it's a lot of feeling structure, and the structure in the body is how bones that are, when you die, the body,
Yeah, it will disintegrate.
disintegrate, but the bones are still there years and years after, because they are really, really thick, really strong. This gives you this structure, this idea of structure. Okay.
Mm. You've given me food for practice. I was gonna say food for thought, but
Yeah,
food for practice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's good for the two things, for practicing and for thinking about also. I
Yes,
think.
we need a conceptual framework as well. It reinforces what we
Mm-hmm.
experience if we have a conceptual framework about these things. Then we recognize them
Yeah,
when they happen, and
yeah,
we can
yeah,
make them stronger like that. The
yeah,
experience of them.
yeah, yeah. I always first talk about the stuff and then we practice, because a lot of times I notice that if I go just in the practice, there are people that, what, I have to, relax my brain or release my brain. What is this? Open my brain.
Yeah.
So I give, like a little talk about also looking at the science, how the science today are talking about all this stuff that we are talking about, and more and more psychologists are using the body
Yeah.
to help people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Christina, this has been a wonderful, wonderful talk. I'm so happy we get to connect like this and that we get to share your wisdom with my listeners. I think that's really nice.
Thank you. It's
Have this
really,
perspective.
yeah, it's really easy to talk with you also. It's really, yeah. And yeah, I just feel so a lot of passion for this work and this pathway also, because it's my personal pathway. It's what I'm sharing.
Yeah.